Hey friends, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's the TheTranspondster here with you, and we are doing a speed build in The Sims 4. This is in Henford on Bagley, so it's going to be an English cottage farm inspired home. I am making it a starter home though, and I don't have a family created to live here, so it will kind of be a shell, but it's going to have the basics in it. So the kitchen counters and appliances, along with the plumbing, so the toilet, sinks, bathtub, that sort of deal, that'll all be in there. Then it'll also have flooring and wallpaper. So I believe when all is said and done on the lot that this house is on, it will end up costing around 17,000 simoleons. So you are left with about 3,000 wiggle room, just under maybe. So you at least have enough for like a cheap bed and maybe a table to sit and eat at to start. And then you already have your kitchen and bathroom. So there's nothing to worry about there. I made this one a 2 bedroom home, and it is going to have like a little chicken coop and farm to the back left of the lot. I use the cottage living windows and doors. It is definitely a limited pack build, but that has a lot to do with the fact that it is a limited furnishings kind of build because it's not a lived in home. I'm making a point to do that in my save file so that the homes are move-in ready for you when you do, if you do download my save file when it's complete and I figure out how to do that sort of thing. I am not the most technologically savvy, so I will have to watch some tutorials on that, but I'll get it out there to you guys. Don't fret, I'll find a way. I've got some friends that could probably help me out. But anyways, I am trying to make some homes move-in ready so that if you do end up playing in my save file, you can just move in and add like the rooms that you would want to decorate to your Sims personality. And then you can even make it a goal to like renovate the homes a little bit down the road in future generations, change out the kitchen counters like they maybe would in real life. I also add a fireplace in this home. I really love the fireplaces that come with Cottage Living and Horse Ranch. I feel like the fireplaces have really improved over the years of The Sims. The base game ones are kind of blah and very outdated and Victorian themed, and I just like the more rustic and farmhousey vibes that we're getting lately. And then, of course, the cute pop aesthetic that we have going on. All the trendy stuff that in 10 years we're gonna be like, oh my god, can you believe they released that furniture at one point? Because something new will be out. I don't use the wallpapers with the wainscoting often, but when I have a closed in floor plan, I do tend to gravitate towards it if the vibe calls for it, which this lot definitely does. It is cottagey, farmhousey, so we needed the cottage living wallpapers in this home along with the counters. Yes, they are the cottage living ones. I second guessed for a second that they might be the cottage country kit counters, but they are not. I also do end up swapping out that sink, I believe, for the cottage living sink because it ends up being a cheaper option to merge the counter and sink into the one piece. Yeah, there we go. When it comes to making homes in Henford on Bagley, because they are very British inspired, I am having fun looking at the British real estate market, to be honest, and it's a little refreshing, but in an old-timey way, because the homes there are very much traditional in terms of being built. I guess they've all been built well long ago, and it's not so modernized, and the floor plans are very closed in, and it just makes it feel so much cozier, which I definitely felt when I was doing the floor plan in this home. Ideally, I would have liked to have a foyer separate from the dining room, but because I was working on a budget, I couldn't make the space too much bigger than it was, so I ended up just making the dining room in the room that you enter the home in. But I think it ends up being okay. Like this home for a starter home ends up being quite I want to say luxurious, but it's quite a modest home when it's all said and done. But I feel like you know what I mean. This is starting off on a better foot than your typical EA starter home build. If we all know the ones in Willow Creek that are just blah and so outdated and ugly. Sorry, EA, but I mean, come on. Let's not even talk about your other packs and the horrific homes that you've released in those. Landscaping, I am heavily saved by debug. It doesn't cost a thing, so I'm able to actually get some nice landscaping when it comes to a starter home. Whereas if I use just the regular in game landscaping, I wouldn't be able to afford it. The in-game landscaping, I feel like they've adjusted the prices of it over the years, but it's definitely way too expensive for being trees and bushes. But I mean, realistically speaking, it does follow suit with real life because plants are expensive. Anyways, we are getting to that point in the build where we're going to get into the walkthrough of it. So I'm going to say my goodbyes right now. I thank you so much for being here and watching my videos. All the support you send my way means the world. I just love that you're willing to spend your valuable time sitting here and watching me build in The Sims. It's something I love to do so much, so I love that you love watching it. Anyways, thank you again, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.